All right, we are starting up the first ever podcast for the Social Media Cowboys. I am Chris Hoke, DJ,
DJ Hunter.
DJ Hunter, and we have our first guest, our first guinea pig. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Jerry Snider. I own All In Health and Wellness and Loony Juice Bar.
Yeah, he was just a onepreneur.
Yep.
Now you're an entrepreneur.
Right, double.
Yeah. So we're gonna get to that. So this is our first show ever, so we're gonna set up the show a little bit. We want to interview people that in the community, mostly probably business owners or salespeople, some sort of networking types, I guess you might say. We'll probably do that. We might go and do some other things, but for right now, the intention is to interview like sales and business owners and things like that.
Right.
So I'm going to start with the question, the biting question that everyone wants to know about Jerry Snider. Everywhere I go, people stop me on the street and they say, I have a question about Jerry. And I say, what is that question?
Right.
Why the bald head?
Right.
Why the earrings?
Right. Well, the earrings came first. And no, it was being an athlete growing up and wanted to emulate, the stars that were out there. And it was right after my 8th grade year. I was 13, 14, went to private school, Catholic school. And I remember that summer I told my mom, I said, I want to get an earring. And she said, no, you can't because you're going to go to Catholic school. They don't allow them there. And I was like, but it's summertime. And she goes, no, it takes 3 months for it to heal. I was like, okay, fine. So that went on every summer.
She was worried about the hole closing?
Yeah.
Okay.
So that went on every summer and my birthday's in June. So as soon as I graduated from high school, hit my birthday, I was 18. Boom. Went and got an earring.
So it was an act of rebellion.
So it was a little bit of rebellion. It was a little bit of emulating,
Jordan?
No, it wasn't Jordan. It was I don't remember specifically which one, but it was some of the track athletes at the time.
Okay.
Yeah. And but then, once I got it, it became more of a once I got the first one, which I had one for probably 2 years.
Yeah.
And then I did 2 more. And then I actually did 2 more. I had 5 at one point, but then I went on an interview and I had to take one out because it was too fresh.
5.
Yeah. So I stuck with 4.
Yeah.
But it became a don't judge a book by its cover thing.
Well, yeah.
Because I'm a pretty conservative, straight-laced Christian, and and people see 4 earrings, especially hoops, and go, what's wrong with this guy? This guy's not the normal, And then the bald head just came because I started losing my hair, and it just became easier.
Yeah. So, and people bear with us. This is our first one, so we're still working on it. So me and Jerry look radioactive. We're still joking around with cameras, so we apologize. We'll fix it as we go.
When y'all move certain ways, that radioactiveness goes away.
Well, it's kind of that way in real life, though. Yeah. So if I move a certain way, oh, radioactive.
Right.
So okay. So it's an active rebellion, active emulation. The bald hair was just okay. We'll see. I'm about there.
Yeah.
I haven't.
Right.
I'm scared.
Yeah,
I'm a little scared to go ahead and shave it, but I'm this close.
When you do, you get this beautiful relief in the shower.
Oh.
Because it's just done.
Wow.
And so it's
Yeah, your showers are like 5 minutes now.
Oh, it's like 2 minutes.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just done.
Wow.
So
I don't have that problem.
And you don't have to worry about bad hair days. You don't have to worry about, So, but I'm grayer than you are. Like I am like as gray as your beard. Like that's all the way around.
Really? Yeah. Well, see, you probably haven't shaved lately. You're a little more whiskery than you normally would be. But now you're an entrepreneur, not a entrepreneur.
Yeah.
So
no stress. So
DJ, do you ever have earrings?
No.
Do you want an earring?
No.
So what about piercings in general?
That's it. That's all. That's it.
But what do you think of like piercings in general?
Oh, it doesn't bother me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I always think that the guys like when they start doing the body thing, that's weird to me.
It's
Ears like
weird,
handle.
but
Yeah.
I mean, the nose things. I think sometimes always double take.
Yeah, my daughter's got this. But, what's this called? You know what that's called, DJ?
No.
Yeah.
She got that one and that one.
Yeah.
And it took me forever to get used to this one. Then she added this one.
Yeah.
And
but see, after the first one was the only one I actually had done somewhere.
Yeah.
The other ones I did in the bathroom by myself.
Ah.
And so knowing how much it hurts,
Yeah.
then I'm like, I see somebody with one somewhere else,
Yeah.
and it's like, dude, what do you? That's like, there's a whole nother level of pain that goes along with some of those.
Okay.
I can imagine.
So, but you do the tattoo thing?
No, I don't have any tattoos.
DJ's got one.
Yeah.
Or do you got more than one?
Yeah.
Just one.
Yeah.
Oh, you do have more than one?
No, just one. Just one.
Okay.
I got nothing. I got no piercings. I got no
Yeah.
tattoos. No nothing.
Yeah.
I'm like the most boring vanilla.
Right.
I'm just fat. I'm just fat and baldy. Other than that, there's like nothing extraordinary going on.
Yeah.
So, let's go off of that. So to me, I would think that probably the only profession because I know you more as a personal trainer, but now
Right.
you're getting into
Right.
health food or what
Yeah.
do you call
Health
it?
restaurant.
Yeah, health restaurant.
Yeah.
So you're probably lied to, other than maybe like a marriage counselor or a lawyer,
Right.
or maybe a cop. Y'all are about the most lied to the fitness trainers.
Oh yeah.
How do you deal with? They're lying to you.
Right.
I've lied to you.
No, I know. Yeah. I mean, and I got a lot of kids that I train that are high school kids. And so I mean, I'm like, when I tell them, hey, did you do all this workout at home on your own? I know they didn't.
Yeah.
And so one of the things I do, one of the things I do is I give them double the work that they're supposed to do. Because if they do half of what they're supposed to do or more, then they're ahead of the game. You know, because I know they're only going to do half of
That's
it.
awesome.
So if I want them to work out 3 days a week, I give them 6.
Well, see, when I did your program, and Trish is doing your stuff now.
Yeah.
But when I did your program, I told you up front I didn't really have much interest in exercise. I didn't really lie to you about the exercise.
Right.
I was kind of I told you up front I didn't really want to do it.
Yeah.
But the food I did pretty good, except sodas. I totally lied to you about
Yeah.
sodas. I don't think I ever stopped.
Yeah.
I think I drank fewer.
No, I could tell because you had them in the fridge in your office. So I'm
Yeah.
like,
He would come
know
by
they're
and they're
there.
like there.
Yeah.
So like I reduced them, but I never stopped.
Yeah.
Like, I love them.
Yep.
They're horrible. But
Yep. No, and you can tell who's lying to you. Not necessarily because of any way, but if you see them out in public,
Yeah.
which we live in a relatively small town. I see people all the time when I go somewhere. You see them out in public in a restaurant or something, and they're like, "Oh, he's here," and it's like, "Why are you doing that?" Like, just own it. Like if you're gonna go off, just own it and do it.
What's your worst food, DJ, that you think you probably worst food or drink thing that you do? You think
Sodas. Dr.
Sodas.
Pepper. I don't drink. I used to drink like 5, 6 cans a day. And now I've cut that off. Now maybe once or twice a week.
But don't you go somewhere and get one of yours every day? Don't you go to Sonic or something like?
Yeah, I used to go to the happy hour at Sonic because they were like 80 cents or something like that.
Right.
Do you do that every day?
I used to.
Used to?
Yeah. Now, it was hard at first to just go from drinking like 5 or 6 a day to none.
Oh, sure.
I was headaches and all sorts of stuff.
But DJ's got that fantastic metabolism.
Right.
I mean, he's not standing, but I mean, he might be skinnier than you.
Yeah.
And I've seen him eat. He eats completely normal. It's not like he eats like a bird or salad. I mean, he wolfs down enchiladas. And
Right.
whatever else, but your metabolism's crazy.
Yeah, for now.
Right.
I don't know. Your parents are pretty good.
Yeah.
Donnie and your mom are. Well, they don't have little. I mean, they may have a hair of a pot belly or something. Maybe.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I got so many bad habits, man. The sodas is the worst. The sodas and I don't eat fast food.
Right.
Except for the occasional Whataburger breakfast, which is maybe once a quarter. Fried chicken is probably my nemesis in terms of fast food.
Right.
I could eat fried chicken weekly. I don't, but I could.
Yeah.
Because nothing tastes like fried. You can't give me
Right.
something
Yeah, you can't. Yeah,
to
you
replace.
can't. Right.
It's not like, here, try a carrot. It tastes just like fried chicken.
Right.
It doesn't exist.
Right.
There's no
Yeah.
switcheroo on that.
Yeah.
So the hair thing now, is the hair thing also because you run? Is there a resistance thing, or is that a misnomer? Is that
No, I mean it's not a misnomer, but it's so minimal.
yeah?
It's not like it's not like biking.
Yeah.
You know, bikers shave their legs because of A, wind resistance, but 2, if they do fall off their bike, like it's better from a healing standpoint to not have hair all junked in there and everything.
Really?
Yeah.
It's a falling off your bike thing.
Yeah. So, but I used to actually in college I used to have to shave my legs. I say have to, but because I had really bad ankles, and so I had to get wrapped every day with tape job. And
I'd shave them too.
I didn't have to, but they'd pull them off, and you know, in the pre-wrap that they put on would give me blisters, and so it's like, so I'd shave up to where the tape would go, so it'd be easier coming off, and then it's like, well, now half my calf down is shaved, and the other half's not. It's like, you know, go ahead and trim the rest of it so it looks nice.
See, I'm furry. See, like I'm really furry.
Yeah.
Which is the God's cruel joke is to not. Like my grandpa, which you always say, like it's your mom's dad.
Or it's your mom's dad. Yeah.
Your mom's dad is who you take over your hair, and so there's a whole generation of us because there was a whole bunch of us cousins and whatnot. My grandpa was hairy body and bald head.
Yeah.
And so I have a hairy body, but I do shave my body every once in a while, like maybe once a year, because it's like almost like it feels like a spa treatment.
Oh yeah.
When it comes off, it's like
yeah.
But then there's other things come up because like hair actually acts as like a. I don't know. Lubricants sounds gross. It's like a friction reducer.
Right.
And so like you get you get more scrapes and bumps and things.
Right. Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
And so then you wish you were hairy because everything hurts. All right. So social media. We're gonna make this not just about just stupid stuff. What do you use social media? We've done some work with you before.
Yeah.
Summer, who founded Loony Juice, has a cult following. I don't know what's the right word.
I think it's the right word. Yeah,
he has a cult following on. It's not a huge, gigantic social media presence, but she's got a nice, dedicated following.
Yep.
What is your favorite platform that you like to go to, what do you think of social media in general? Is it a necessary evil, or do you really enjoy it, or what?
I think it is a necessary evil. You know, a year ago I may not have said that.
Yeah.
But the more I get into how your health is affected by your mental status and your mindset and all that, and I think it is sort of a necessary evil, especially for business owners when you've got so many other things you want to do, but.
That's why you hire us.
It's an avenue to get to. Well, you know, exactly. It's an avenue to get to people. Because, unfortunately, we want that escape. You know, we all want that escape, and so it's an easy way to get to that escape because everybody's got their phone and they're looking at it all the time. So as far as my favorite, I mean, I just joined Instagram probably at the beginning of last year.
Yeah.
So I'm still very new to Instagram. Like there's people that are doing things. I'm like, how the hell did you do that?
Right. There's a ton of third-party apps for Instagram.
Yeah. And so, I mean, I'm liking Instagram more and more, but I mean, my go-to is still, and I'm on Twitter a little bit. Mm-hmm. But I think I was late to Twitter into where I missed the following piece. So there's not a lot of people that are following me on Twitter, and and so it's like, you're getting a little bit of information. I get a lot of my sports information and news information from Twitter.
Yeah.
And then entertainment value from Facebook and Instagram.
Okay. Like, do you have a personal one, DJ, that you like? Forget business and stuff. Like, do you like the most?
I pretty much only use Twitter.
Yeah.
I haven't posted on my Instagram or Facebook in like a year.
Yeah, personally, yeah. I Twitter to me is the junk food of social media.
Okay.
Because like, well, it gives people a voice that probably shouldn't have a voice.
Right.
And they get in conversations that they probably shouldn't be in on.
Right.
So it's almost like Rush Limbaugh calls it the sewer, and he ain't wrong.
Yeah.
Because people just say vile, horrible things that people don't even know, and then it allows. I mean, the Twitter also allows things that the others like. You can pretty much post X-rated things on Twitter without any repercussions or filtration for the most part. I mean, I'm sure you do parental settings, but I mean, I don't know how well that actually works or not. But you know, Instagram and Facebook, there are some filtration for a lot of those things. But Twitter, man,
yeah.
You got to really go out of your way to get kicked off Twitter.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I will say that in the 16 election, excuse me, in the 16 election with Trump and Hillary, that was the most fun.
Oh yeah,
because it was watching a giant fight.
Right.
That never ended. It was 24 hours a day fight. No matter what side you, because it didn't matter. Both sides were landing punches.
Right.
So not taking favorites here. It was literally like both sides were like bam going at it. It was like watching a big street brawl.
Yeah.
But so what do you feel about other media? I mean, you work out so much, and you have 2 businesses now. Talk to me about gaming and streaming and movies and stuff. Like, what do you do with media being so busy, and also being like the fitness guy,
right?
Because you can't do this in 30 minutes a day,
right? No, you can't. And it's interesting because I also I coach track and cross country for a local high school, and one of the boys that is on my track team was up at Loony Juice Bar the other day, and he's sitting there talking to me, and he's like, "How are you going to do everything? How are you going to work out yourself? Like, where are you going to find the time to do that?"
Yeah.
So it is being very intentional, but it's also cutting things out. Like, we don't turn the TV on during the week,
really?
Monday to Friday. There's a small window. We don't turn on with the kids home or anything. Like the kids are asleep. There's a small window. My wife and I sit down for 30 minutes and we'll watch a Netflix show. We're binging through something. Right now it's what's it called? It's some cabin show from the UK.
Like a documentary or reality show?
It's a competition of who creates the craziest cabin.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
So
I hadn't heard of that.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. But so we'll find some random thing like that to just veg out to.
Yeah.
But again, that's 30 minutes a day, and the rest of it, if it's not newsworthy enough to be on Twitter or Facebook, then I'm not going to see it unless somebody that I'm in contact with goes, "Hey, did you hear about this that happened?"
Yeah.
And a lot of times my wife will come home because she works in an outpatient facility in a hospital.
Okay.
So people come in, they work out, and she's monitoring them and all this, but they have TVs on all over the place, so the people can be on treadmills watching TV while they're working out. So she hears news clips and sees things and all this, and so she'll come home and say, "Hey, did you hear about this?" And I'm like, "Nope. What happened? How?" And if I feel like it's newsworthy enough, I'll go look it up.
So she can't escape it unless she's at home.
Right. So, but so that's and since we started doing that, it's been over a year that we've done that and made that change. It's the stress relief and the knowledge, and it's crazy because when you do it, you find out how little those things actually apply to your life. Like everybody's all up in arms about elections and that kind of, and then you're like, there's so little that he can do in DC that actually affects my life on a day-to-day basis. Granted, it could affect it for years worth of change or that kind of, big things that happen, like the healthcare system that changed and all that.
Right.
That can make big things happen, but in reality, it's like you're stressing yourself out over something that's probably never going to affect you.
Yeah. What is your content, DJ, that you get most of your content from?
Twitter. Because I just leave the feed up all day long. So.
But you also do Twitch, right?
Yeah, and I watch Twitch, but that's mostly video game stuff, not necessarily news stuff or things like that. That's just instead of watching TV or watching, unless it's the Boston sports game or something, I'm watching Twitch.
Yeah.
But could you do Monday through Friday, no TV except for 30 minutes a day, like he's doing?
If I wanted to, yeah, I could probably force myself to do it.
Yeah.
I don't care about knowing what's going on.
Right.
I really don't.
I'm a noise person. I like the noise, and when like we go on vacation and we go to the beach and you go down to the beach, I'm weirded out within about 30 minutes.
Yeah.
And I gotta get out of there because like it's too much. Like I'm not a nature guy.
Yeah.
So like a hike in the woods, that doesn't appeal to me. Not just because I'm a fat guy and I'm tired and I'm wore out doing it, but like it's like for some reason like my brain is geared to, and I'm not saying it's a good thing.
Right.
I'm just saying that I'm geared to. There's always content on.
Right.
And like you're here now, so that TV's not on. As soon as this is over.
Oh no, yeah. I mean, I've never been here that's not on. Yeah. Yeah.
It's either on Fox News or ESPN or
Right.
NFL Network or something like that. That constant.
Yeah.
But I like things that's always. I don't like shows.
Yeah.
So I very rarely watch. I very rarely watch a show. Like I've been recommended so many TV shows. I forgot, lost count. I never watch this stuff. I like stuff that's always like new content that can't be really repeated.
Right.
Like sports and news.
Right.
Now gaming, because I know a little bit about your gaming, so I'm gonna set you up here.
Right.
Do you have PS4s and Xboxes
Nope.
and games on your phone?
Nope.
Why don't you have those?
Because I am a very addictive personality, and so like there was a time because we didn't have one. We had like a basic Atari growing up.
I still got mine.
I mean, I think it was actually the Atari 400. I'm like, it was like early edition.
Yeah.
And we never went the Nintendo route or anything like that, you know. And when I was, I don't know, junior or senior in high school, some friends were going on a long trip. I think it was like a 2-week trip, and they were like, "Can you come house sit? You know, you're an older teen. You drive now. Can you just house sit so the dog's taken care of, and you know, we'll stock the fridge and all that kind of stuff." And they had the latest Nintendo version, you know, all that. You know, I don't think I slept the entire 2 weeks. I just sat in front of that TV and just, because I didn't have anywhere to be. And it was over the summer. I was just like, I just played non-stop. So, and my wife for several years, when we first got married, every time my birthday or Christmas came around, "Do you want me to get you something? Like, I can get you a PS4 or get you that."
Yeah.
And I was like, "No, you will. If you get that, it will ruin our marriage. Like, do not bring it in the house. You will be like, get off of it, get off of it." I'm like, "Nope, don't do it."
Well, see, you always I've been really interested in minimalism, and I've purged a lot in my office. I mean, people have just now seen this. This is actually way less than it used to be.
Oh yeah.
All right, and there's nothing hidden in bins, and I've gotten rid of stuff. Minimalism attracts me a lot, and I think eventually I might get there, but I got to do it in stages.
Right.
But I would think minimalism would be where you are, but that's not the case, is it? You actually have some big collections of things, don't you?
I've got a couple of collections, but yeah, I'm always looking for stuff to sell. Like, we've got this stored in the corner somewhere. We don't use it. Like, we need to get rid of it.
So what do you tell me?
No, I've
got 2 collections that you've told me about.
I've got a collection of shot glasses.
Yeah.
That's somewhere around 400 or 500, something like that.
Yeah. That's a lot.
It's a lot of shot glasses. Yeah.
And there's another one.
There's another one. What's the other one?
The skis. You told me.
Yeah. I'm a water skier, and so I've got quite a few skis.
Yeah. You told me a whole bunch of them. You just find them. And you can't help yourself. Really.
Yeah, I've got like 65 water skis.
65. See, I always picture you like. I've been in your house, but if I didn't know when you had been in your house, I picture like everything's like pristine. Like you're very regimented, but like the fact that you are this guy, but you also have 500 shot glasses to me.
Right.
It's an interesting. It's a contrast.
Right.
You know.
Well, and most of them were. It started as a, you know, you travel somewhere and like, okay, get a shot glass to remember, you know, where you've been, but it's turned into, I don't think I've bought a shot glass in probably 4 or 5 years.
Oh yeah.
But every time somebody that I know goes somewhere, they get me a shot glass.
Wow.
So
they just keep
I've got a lot that I haven't ever been to places, and I'm like, I sort of wanted to go to that place and get that on, you know, but yeah. So I just got one over the holidays because somebody went on a cruise and brought me a shot glass. So
what do you collect, DJ? Anything?
I used to collect Pokemon cards, but not anymore. I still have them though. I still have all my Pokemon cards in the attic in plastic.
You're a gamer. You got like a bazillion like games like online though.
Yeah, they're all online. I don't have digital versions. I mean, physical copies.
Yeah.
So I don't really collect anything.
So I'll tell you. So you open the vault a little bit.
Okay.
Like, back in the day when TV guides were small and they were delivered to your house and everybody got one.
Yeah.
And every week there was a new issue with all the different stuff. I was probably 10 or 11 and I heard or read about some guy that sold a TV guide for like $500. And it was like a Lucille Ball pristine like early edition collector, you know. And
no one had done the crossword puzzle.
Right. But something clicked in my head and that I collected every single one that came to the house, And when I moved out to go to college, we threw away something like 600 or 700 TV guides.
Yeah, they're weekly.
Yeah.
It's 52 a year, man.
Yeah. So it was crazy. So, and now it's like some of those were probably in really good shape still, and it would be a collector's item because that's history. It's no longer in that form and fashion done.
Yeah, that's a problem. I collect Star Wars stuff and toys and things like that, and what I've found is like there's some things that do have a high value,
right?
But there's some things that just have a high value to you.
Right.
Unless you find somebody like you,
yep.
You're pretty much stuck with it.
Yep.
So you have to decide if you want to. Like over the Christmas season, I sold a lot, and I didn't make any money on any of it. But I was just purging, so I didn't care. As long as I got something out of it, I didn't care.
Right.
So unless you have that mentality, you got to really work to sell.
Oh yeah.
It's like a job.
Oh yeah.
You know.
Yep.
So which takes a lot of dedication. All right, we're going to wrap up with some. I want to do some
to sort of tie that into social media as well.
Yeah.
One of the guys that I do follow on Instagram is Gary Vaynerchuk, Gary V.
Oh yeah.
And so what I find really interesting is that one of the things he promotes to people, one is the social media piece is TikTok, which I haven't looked at, but he's like always telling people you got to go do TikTok because it's the next Instagram. But the other thing that he does is with collectors is he'll go and do garage sales, and he'll find something, look it up on eBay, and make $20 on it. He'll pay $2 for it and go sell it for 22 the same day to somebody on eBay, and just
Gary V does this?
Yeah.
But he's like a millionaire.
Oh yeah,
like a big successful business guy.
But like once one weekend a month or something, he goes out and does it, and he videos it and shows people like. If you're sitting there saying I don't have any money and I don't want to,
I see. He's making a point.
Yeah, he's making a point, but he's like, you can go do this, and I've seen him. He's made like $600-$700 in 2 hours.
Really?
Just from turning over garage sale stuff.
I mean, I passively did it on eBay, and a few things on Facebook and Mercari, and I made about like $550 maybe something like that, and that wasn't really like trying to work it and whatnot. I was just listing it and see what happened, and that's all. If I added the retail value that I paid for, I know that's a loss.
Right.
So I mean, he's really. I mean, I know he's just trying to make a point, but people that actively do that, then that's like it's a job.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
that's a job.
Yeah, you got to know your stuff, what you're looking for.
Yeah. All right, we're gonna run through some questions. Just give me your first. I asked some of these already.
Okay.
We're gonna make it. Let's run the 2 questions we want to do. Maybe we won't do it fast because I already asked a lot of these. Didn't realize I asked them. I went to do this segment. This is the first show post. Right. All right. What is your favorite non-cussing cuss word? I think this tells a lot about people.
Non-cussing cuss word?
Yeah, don't say like the F-bomb or something like that. Say like rats or shucks. Darn.
God, what do I say a lot? Well, I mean, I'll do the what the.
Yeah.
And stop myself.
Yeah, I think that counts. That counts.
So
I think that counts.
I'll do that one.
Do you have a non-cussing cuss word? You don't cuss a lot, DJ.
I don't cuss at all.
Yeah,
I say fudge a lot to myself.
Yeah, even in like chat, he doesn't cuss.
Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah, Yeah.
No, I'm saying.
I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why. A long time ago, when I was in the band, we made a jar, and every time you said a cuss word, you get either hit really hard in the arm or you have to put money in the jar. So I learned real quick not to cuss anymore.
See, I probably should do that. See, I like around certain people, I'll tone it down if I know you're that way.
Yeah.
I try not to cuss with DJ too much, but every once in a while I get mad, and he's my partner. He's just got to deal with it. Right. And like we had an incident Friday that will not be talked about, but the cussing was flowing.
Right.
But other than that, I try and like respect that person. But if I know you don't care,
right?
Yeah, that's not a good thing, though.
Yep.
So, last question: what's the next big thing for you?
What's the next big thing?
Yeah, what's the next big thing? What are you working on? What's the next big thing that you can talk about?
That I can talk about.
What's the break news right here?
No, I mean, because I do have something big that I'm working on that which is a little crazy because we just closed on the business 13 days ago, And you would think that somebody would say, okay, I just bought a business. It's time to stop and focus on that. And,
Not this cat.
but no, I've got another big thing coming that I'm not ready to quite share yet. But the one I guess I could. I mean, I'm planning on running because I also compete still. So I'm planning on running at the World Masters track meet in July in Toronto.
Wow, Toronto.
So, yeah.
Wow.
So that'll be it'll be my first, and it's one of the, it's not really because it's at the Masters level. It's not, there's not enough people competing to where you have to actually qualify, and so there is a little bit of piece of it is like you just sign up and you go.
Yeah.
So it's like, are you really good enough? But I mean, my goal is, and I think I'm good enough for my age bracket, is to get into the top 10 in the world. So
top 10 percentile or top 10?
Top 10 people.
Top 10 people.
Top 10 people.
Okay.
For my age. So
that's a realistic thing, you think?
It's realistic.
Okay.
Yeah. And it's 7 months away. So.
All right. Well, sometimes if you're driving around, you'll see this shady character running. If it's cold,
Right.
he's you look a little bit like the Michelin Man when it's cold.
Yeah.
When you
a little bit.
And then when
I'm
it's
bundled
hot,
up.
you're pretty much almost naked.
Right. No, it's funny because right down the road here, actually, I was running this was August.
Yeah.
And yeah, I do. I wear really short shorts and no shirt, and so it's shorts and shoes and socks and underwear, and that's it. And I was crossing the road where the railroad tracks are, and the guy was turning behind me, and older gentleman, and much older, and he rolled his window down and rolled out, "Put some clothes on," in this old "get off my lawn" voice, and I just waved and kept going.
And I've seen you run multiple times,
But
and we're talking to running.
right.
You're not just like no, it's like
No, yeah. Last year I averaged. I did. What was it? Over 2,200 miles over the year. It averaged just under 7-minute mile pace.
oh my god,
It was like 6:58 for the average. So.
Oh my lord.
So yeah, that's a lot.
Wow. I do good to get my 10,000 steps a day.
Right.
Yeah. Wow, Lord.
Yeah.
Right.
Some of these runs, it's like you get home and at 8 in the morning, it's like 15,000 steps done already.
Oh my god.
Okay.
8 in the morning. Oh my god.
Yeah.
All right. Well, this is our first podcast. Mr. Jerry Snider, All In Health and Wellness, and
Loony Juice Bar,
which is located at
1516 Austin Avenue in Waco.
He's still new owner. He had to kind of think about it for like a second.
Right. And we have the food truck at the Silos.
Oh, I forget about that one. Yes, that's true.
Yep. So get a lot of out of town people, of course, for that.
So get fit and buy a juice.
And then got a podcast, Confidence Through Health
podcast.
podcast.
Yeah. And that's why you're our first guest, is because we
I've
worked
been
on the
doing
other
that.
podcast.
Yeah. So we're 30, 31, 32 episodes.
It's 30
something
plus
like that,
episodes, yeah.
which I remember we were told if you get past 12, you're successful. So
Remember that, DJ.
All right.
We gotta get past 12.
Yep.
We can do it.
get past 12, and you're relevant. You have enough stuff to talk about.
DJ's just as competitive as you are. He might be a little quieter.
Yeah.
But DJ's just as competitive as you are. So now that DJ's heard 12, it's done. It's happening.
Right.
He's in.
Yep. just gotta get past Tom Brady's number and we're good.
All right.
We won't get into football in this one because I don't think DJ likes me right now.
Yeah.
Tighten up. All right.
Every once in a while, you got to be put in your place, but I'm sure they'll be back.
Oh, yeah.
We'll be back before we're back.
Right.
All right. Well, that's their podcast. That's number 1.
Yep.
Jerry Snider.
Cool. Thanks for having me on.
Later, everybody.